Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Boy, today, it is Friday, June 9th, 2017. Alright, so I want to outline a bunch of things for you here in this video. So let's start off with this. As I am doing this video blog, it is early here on the west coast of the United States. It's just about 8:30 a.m. I've been up early, getting ready to trade this market. I've already moved a bunch of cash around here and there. I did post some new picks on my website, traderschoice.net. I sincerely hope that you have been paying attention to this if you're one of my lions or my lionesses out here, because frankly, you know it, and I am more than aware of it. You're ripping the face off of this market. My stock picks have been performing actually better than I would have imagined they would. And if you're playing these correctly, like I outline, you're frankly a very happy person today. Okay, just yesterday I had outlined for you in an article I wrote on Steemit, and I think I touched on it on the video I did as well, how the dynamics were in place right now for the stock market to move higher, and not only move higher, but hit new records. Well, today, guess what? That's exactly what's happening here. It's so easy, really, to predict these things when you just look at a couple of basic things. The bond market, huge. I can't stress this enough. I talk about it all the time. The U.S. 10-year yield is starting to normalize. However, we cannot forget that the yield curve is flattening out, which is pointing towards something ugly coming down the pike. But for now, this is opportunity to be long the stock market. The opportunity here is frankly stupid. Okay, so we need to pay attention to these kinds of things. Now, with the testimony this week from intelligence committees and Comey, look, they got nothing here. This is a hoax of truly epic proportions, this supposed collusion between the Trump administration and Russia and some supposed obstruction of justice. You got to be kidding me. The only thing that really came out of all this is Trump has done nothing wrong, and as a matter of fact, Comey himself, now an admitted leaker, okay, that came out of it. We also found out that the Obama administration did put pressure on Comey to back off of the Hillary Clinton investigation. It's insane. So Trump vindicated, and where's the proof of that? Look at the stock market. It's up triple digits today. Look, I have to say this. If you really are on the left and you're still looking for something, all you're going to get out of it is frustration. Let it go. You know, you need to start. You can hate the president. You can hate him all you want. But what's important here? It's our country. That's what's important here. Our economy, the environment for our kids. This is what's important. So stop, really, and get on the right side of the page. Otherwise, there's going to be gridlock, and you're the one that's going to pay for it, like you've been paying for it. Because again, if you're on the left, you have been lied to. I mean fist-fed down your throat in every other orifice you want to think about by the mainstream media trying to push a false narrative on you. And if you've been gullible enough to believe it, you got to stop it, okay? Look, this channel is about opportunity in any form. Believe me, if I thought there was opportunity, if I believed that there was opportunity with regard to something that Trump may have done wrong, I would seek a way to capitalize on it, period. But there's none. Believe me on this one, okay? And if you've been, again, one of my lions or lionesses, and I've been telling you what's going to happen before it has happened, you've been capitalizing on this upside down, backwards, and sideways. Let's talk about that too, real quick. Bitcoin is now nearing $3,000 again. Okay, forget people like Mark Cuban who couldn't recognize a bubble if it bit him on the, you know what? I want someone out here to ask Mark Cuban, Mark, I'll ask you, Mark, tell me this, Mark, okay, since you're so smart. Outline for me a couple of parameters that must be in place to recognize a bubble. Oh, duh. Mark, I don't think you have a clue, dude. You don't know what they are. And I'll tell you what they are because there's two. Two of them. And if these two parameters are not in place at the same time, you cannot have a bubble. Number one, the asset must be widely held. For example, like a home, a house, okay? And it must move above the ability for the average person on an average salary to attain it. Without those two parameters occurring at the same time, Mark Cuban, okay, you cannot have a bubble. So if any of you out here know Mark Cuban, maybe you want to enlighten this man. Oh, Mark, get in contact with me, dude. Look, I personally have nothing against you, but when you come out and you start spewing garbage like the mainstream, fist feeding us all, I mean, it makes you look stupid. You know, you got a lot of money. I have a lot of money too, okay? So you have more than me, no doubt about it. But it doesn't make you any smarter than anybody else. In fact, in your case, I frankly think it makes you stupider. So stop, all right? Contact me if you like. Go to my website, traderschoice.net. You can find my website, my email address. I'll try to get back to you if I have the time. Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry I went off on that Mark Cuban rant, but it's just frankly stupid. All right, what else is going on here? The dynamics that I spoke about yesterday that are pushing the market higher are in place right now. That is, again, the bond market, huge. I started talking about that earlier. Some stabilization with regard to the 10-year. The U.S. dollar is stabilizing a little bit. Crude oil stabilizing a little bit here. We need these parameters to start to keep the way they are to keep the market moving higher. And plus, again, this whole thing with President Trump, it's gone. It's out of the way. Markets are cleared to go higher here. We also saw some epic manipulation with regard to gold yesterday. It's incredible. Well, it won't stop, people, but again, that's opportunity as well. Because I can promise you all of this is going to balance out at one particular time. And instead of sitting there waiting for it to happen, again, you should be acquiring gold, acquiring more silver, that is, become your own central bank, bet against the debt, and trading this market if you are a trader. Because this is the golden opportunity. I can't stress this enough for traders. If you know how to play this game, and I think a lot of you do, because I keep hearing from more and more and more of you. I had a couple of people write to me yesterday alone who just this past week have made thousands of dollars in this market off of my picks. Now, what I'm going to ask of you specifically, you know who you are, because I know you follow my work, please do this. And I promise you it'll make your life more fulfilling. Take a little piece of that, whatever you feel comfortable with, 10%, I don't know, and donate it to a charity that you believe in. I do this all the time. It's so important to pay it forward. I cannot stress that enough. If you are, as a matter of fact, taking advantage of my stock picks and you're not paying it forward, I'm very disappointed. Very, very disappointed in you. I don't ask for anything. I post this stuff for free. I want us all to win. But I also want you to, with your success comes responsibility. And I hope, and this is my hope for the day, okay, that again, if you are capitalizing on my work that I'm offering for free here, please pay it forward. Donate to a charity that you believe in. I can't stress how important that is. All right, look, I think I've covered a lot of things here, and I went off on that rant before. If you found any of this interesting, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, share it. If you're watching this on Steam It, also same thing, upvote it, re-Steam this, and hopefully it'll make it to Mark Cuban. Mark, I would love to talk to you, dude. I don't hate you. I just think that you don't know what you're talking about, despite the fact that you have a ton of money. That doesn't, and I don't think. Look, just because people have a ton of money or a lot of money that they don't know what to do with, it doesn't mean that they're any better than anybody else. It doesn't mean that they're any smarter than anybody else here. Frankly, I don't consider myself smarter than anybody at all. Zero. I just study this stuff morning, noon, and night, and I have been wrong many, many times. Anyway, look, I don't want to go off on another rant here, but it's Friday. It is Friday. I'm happy that it's Friday. I really am. I am going to attempt, once again, to relax this weekend and go by the pool. And I got to work on this color of mine. And get some tan here. This is outrageous. Anyway, with that said, really, all of you have a happy and safe weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday, maybe sooner, I don't know. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to take some downtime. I need it. Don't you agree? Does Greg Mannarino need a little downtime? I think Greg Mannarino needs a little downtime. Hey, wait a minute. I'm Greg Mannarino. All right, look. See you Monday. Over and out.